Hello, my love. I'm so glad you're here, truly. Take a slow, easy breath, and just for a moment, allow yourself to arrive fully in this moment. No past to fix, no future to control. Just now, just this breath. Tonight begins something simple, yet powerful. A soft turning inward. A sacred return to what has always been there, patiently waiting. Your ability to say, thank you. What if for the next 7 nights you let these words soak into your heart? What if, just for a week, you listened not with your mind, but with your soul? This is not about forcing yourself to be positive. This is not about pretending everything is perfect. This is about choosing to notice what is already supporting you, what's already here, the breath in your lungs, the softness of this moment, the fact that somehow, despite it all, you're still standing, still showing up, still listening. And that deserves gratitude. That is gratitude. I often say, gratitude is a bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Now we take the first step across. So welcome to this space. Welcome to this sacred practice. Welcome to your heart. Let us begin with 2 of the most powerful words in any language. Thank you. I want you to understand something gentle, something powerful, something that could change the way you experience every single day of your life. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a frequency. It is not just a polite gesture or a journal prompt. It is a vibration, a bridge, a soft yet powerful current of energy that can carry you from fear to faith, from lack to abundance, from anxiety to peace. What we give out, we get back. When we send out gratitude, life sends more to be grateful for. I have said this many times, and I will say it again and again, because it is one of life's most beautiful truths. When you begin to radiate thankfulness, not just on good days, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard, something opens, life opens, your heart opens, and suddenly everything starts to feel softer, kinder, more manageable. Have you noticed that? Have you noticed that the more you focus on what's working, the more things begin to work? That is not a coincidence. That is energy in motion. That is gratitude doing its divine work. When we say thank you, we are not only acknowledging what is good, we are inviting more of it in. We are saying to the universe, yes, I see. Yes, I receive. Yes, I am ready for more. And the universe, my love, always listens. It always responds. I want you to imagine your thoughts as ripples in a still pond. Every time you say thank you for this breath, the water shifts. Every time you whisper thank you for my strength, the surface expands. Every time you remember, thank you for this lesson, even if you're still learning it, even if it still aches, you are planting seeds in the garden of your tomorrow. And thoughts are like seeds. What we plant, we grow. I've seen this truth unfold in thousands of lives in the quietest of ways. A woman who began to thank her body instead of criticizing it, and slowly began to heal. A man who started each morning by saying thank you for what he had, and watched new opportunities flow into his life like a gentle stream. A young person who began saying thank you for the simple things, the sun, the quiet, the kindness of a stranger, and found their anxiety softening, their heart opening. This is not magic. This is alignment. This is choosing to tune into what is already here, already supporting you, already loving you. You see, gratitude is not something we do once in a while. It is something we become. It is a way of living, a way of breathing, a way of showing up in the world with softness and power. And the more we practice it, the more natural it becomes. You won't have to fake it. You won't have to force it. You'll begin to feel it as naturally as you breathe. Gratitude will become your resting place, your home frequency, your anchor in both calm and storm. And when that happens, when gratitude becomes your foundation, you'll notice something incredible. You won't have to chase peace anymore. Peace will come to you. Joy will come to you. Love will come to you, because you'll be a match for it. You'll be radiating the same frequency. Say thank you. Say it for what's obvious and for what's not. Say it for what you understand and for what you don't. Say it even if you don't feel ready, and watch how life rises to meet your willingness. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for my body. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for my lessons. Thank you for the unseen good that's already on its way to me. Say it softly. Say it sincerely. Say it as a prayer and as a promise. Because the moment you begin to live from a place of gratitude is the moment life begins to transform around you. And it all begins with thank you. Have you ever truly thanked your body? Not just looked at it in the mirror and pointed out what needs to change, but really, deeply, sweetly whispered to your body, "Thank you for staying with me." So many people spend their lives waging war against their own reflection, when what the body really needs is reverence. Your body is not the enemy. Your body is not a problem to be solved. Your body is your home, your sacred companion, your tireless servant, your oldest friend. Every day, in ways you may never even notice, your body chooses to keep going. Your heart keeps beating, your lungs keep breathing, your feet keep walking, your arms keep holding, and it does this without needing your perfection, without needing your approval, without needing you to get everything right. What a miracle that is. Thank you, feet, for carrying me through every path I've walked, even when I was unsure. Thank you, legs, for standing strong even on the days I felt like falling apart. Thank you, belly, for holding the stories of my life, the joy and the sorrow. Thank you, arms, for always reaching when I needed to hold and be held. Thank you, hands, for touching, creating, and caring for the world around me. Thank you, heart, for beating through every heartbreak and still choosing to love. Thank you, eyes, for seeing beauty even when I forgot it existed. Thank you, body, for never giving up on me. When we say thank you to the body, we soften a lifetime of criticism. When we say thank you to the body, we begin to build trust again. When we say thank you to the body, we allow the deepest healing to begin. Because gratitude is not only a way of honoring the body, it is a way of telling the body, I see you, I hear you, I'm not abandoning you anymore. I always say, you have been criticizing yourself for years, and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Can you imagine what might shift in your life if you just took 5 minutes each day to thank this miraculous vessel you live in? Can you imagine how your body might respond, not to punishment but to praise, not to fear but to love? So I invite you to lay one hand gently over your heart and one over your belly. Feel your breath move between them. Let yourself be held by your own touch. Say it with me. Thank you, body, for staying. Thank you, body, for healing. Thank you, body, for never leaving me, even when I tried to leave you. The relationship you have with your body is the longest relationship you will ever have. It began before you were even aware, and it will last until your final breath. Let it be a relationship built on kindness. Let it be a relationship nurtured with patience. Let it be a relationship of deep reverence and sacred respect. You don't have to look a certain way to be grateful. You don't have to feel perfect to offer praise. You just have to be willing to try something softer, something sweeter, something more loving than judgment. Your body is always doing the best it can with what it has. Can you meet that effort with gentleness? Can you match that loyalty with love? May this be your prayer. Thank you, body. I love you. I'm sorry for the ways I've been unkind. I'm ready to treat you like the miracle you are. And as you rest, let that gratitude echo through every cell, through every heartbeat, through every breath. Your body has heard you. Your body is listening, and healing is already beginning. After you've gently opened your heart to the truth that you are already lovable, already whole, I want you to extend that same softness toward your beautiful mind. Yes, your mind. That ever spinning, ever thinking, ever questioning part of you. Have you ever taken a moment in quiet gratitude just to say, thank you, mind? Not for being perfect, not for always being peaceful, but for staying with you, for getting you through the hard days, for holding every memory, every lesson, every whisper of insight that has shaped who you are. The mind is not your enemy. It is your companion. It is the garden through which all thought must pass. And just like any garden, it has seasons. There are weeds. There are wildflowers. There are roots from long ago and blossoms you never expected. Even when filled with weeds, it still longs to bloom. And so we bless the mind. We soften toward it. We stop trying to control every thought and instead choose to nourish the soil. I am willing to think more lovingly about myself. That single affirmation can shift years of inner dialogue. That single sentence can interrupt the voice of old criticism and replace it with a whisper of hope. Imagine if you spoke to your own thoughts like a beloved child learning to walk, gently, patiently, encouragingly, not demanding perfection, but honoring effort. Your mind listens to how you treat it. The way you speak to yourself becomes the internal soundtrack of your life. And if that soundtrack has been harsh, judgmental, or rushed, then we turn the volume down. We change the music. We begin again. With love. With deep, reverent love. Say it with me now, quietly or just in your heart. Thank you, mind, for helping me survive and evolve. Thank you for every idea, every insight, every lesson. Because your growth has not been linear. It has been winding, full of pauses and leaps and spirals, but it has always moved, always stretched, always reached towards something more. And that reaching, that willingness to keep learning, that is your brilliance, that is your light. So rest now, dear one. Rest in the knowledge that you do not have to fix your mind. You simply have to love it. And in loving it, you heal it. In blessing it, you rewire it. In honoring it, you free it. And a free mind, a truly loved mind, will bloom in ways you never imagined. Let that be your peace. Let that be your power. And let that be enough for tonight. Have you ever paused to whisper, thank you, to the version of you that didn't give up? That inner child who sat quietly through the chaos. That young version of yourself who kept hoping, kept loving, kept believing, even when the world made it hard. I want you to feel her, see her, love her. Thank you, younger me, for surviving. That's not just a sentence. That's a song your heart has longed to hear. That's a warm embrace wrapped in words. That's an invitation to bring home the parts of you that were once left behind. I often say, you have done the best you could with the understanding, knowledge, and awareness you had at the time. And darling, that is still true. Every mistake, every stumble, every tear you didn't know how to hold, it all belonged to someone who was simply trying to find the light. In the stillness of your own breath, reach inward and say, I see you, I forgive you, I thank you. Let those words be the lullaby that cradles your soul, because healing doesn't begin with shame. It begins with recognition. It begins with grace. It begins with saying, even when I didn't know better, I was still worthy of love. And now, with every exhale, let's offer that love back to the parts of us that had to grow up too fast. Let's wrap those moments in golden light and say, you made it, and I'm so proud of you. This is the sacred reunion of past and present. This is self-love as redemption. Let's give thanks not just for who you've been, but for what has shaped you. I know it may sound strange, but there is something deeply powerful about thanking the pain. Pain, the great awakener. Loss, the teacher of depth. Confusion, the compass of clarity. So many nights you thought you were breaking, but truly, you were breaking open. Every hardship gave you the chance to choose softness instead of bitterness. Every closed door led you inward to your own wisdom. Every disappointment asked you to sit with yourself more gently. Thank you, pain, for teaching me how to heal. Thank you, loss, for showing me what truly matters. When I speak of gratitude, I do not mean to ignore your struggles. I mean to transform how you hold them. I mean to lift you out of the shadows by saying, I bless the difficult moments. They made me softer, stronger. Do you feel that? That quiet release? That's what happens when you stop resisting the past and start respecting it for the teacher it was. It doesn't mean everything was fair. It doesn't mean it didn't hurt. But it does mean you're reclaiming your power to create meaning, to create peace, to create the life you've always deserved. So take this moment, this sacred nighttime stillness, and breathe in the knowing that nothing was wasted. Nothing. Your story is not broken. Your path is not lost. It is all part of the becoming. It is all part of your return to love, to wholeness, to you. Say it softly or say it boldly, but say it with your whole heart. I see you. I forgive you. I thank you. And again, thank you, pain, for teaching me how to heal. Thank you, loss, for showing me what truly matters. Because this is your power, this is your gift, and this is your healing. Gratitude is not only for the beautiful, soft, tender moments. It is for the ones that cracked you open too. Tonight, as you lie in the gentle quiet of your own presence, I invite you to bring to mind the people who have walked through your life. Some held you, some hurt you, some understood you instantly, others never saw you at all. Yet every one of them in their own way played a sacred role in the theater of your becoming. I often say each soul was a teacher. Each one helped shape my heart. And it's true. Sometimes our greatest awakenings come not from those who comfort us, but from those who challenge us to grow. So take a moment, even just one breath, to whisper inside yourself, thank you for showing me how to love and how to let go. Let that thank you extend like ripples in water, out to those you've loved, to those you've forgiven, to those you're still learning how to release. Because even the goodbyes have given you something. Even the silence has spoken wisdom. Even the endings were gateways to new beginnings. What if you didn't have to carry it all with heaviness? What if you could say thank you and finally set it down? We are not meant to drag our pain into the future. We are meant to bless it, learn from it, and become more of who we truly are because of it. Gratitude is not forgetting, it is transforming. It is alchemy of the highest kind. And now, beloved soul, bring your awareness to this day, this singular, sacred, ordinary day. What if this very moment was the miracle? So often we are waiting for some future light to arrive, but today, this moment is already glowing. Even if it was messy, even if you didn't do everything you hoped, even if you cried or forgot or struggled, still, you were here. Still, you breathed. Still, you chose to keep going. And that, in itself, is a quiet kind of miracle. No matter how ordinary, today is a gift I will never receive again. Let that settle softly inside you. Let it wash through your heart like warm sunlight through a window. Whisper to yourself, gently and sincerely, thank you for this breath. Thank you for this chance to begin again. Because you can. Because you always can. There is no wrong time to return to love. There is no wrong moment to say, I forgive today, I cherish today, I begin again today. That is the power you hold. That is the grace within you. And every time you say thank you, from your heart, not from habit, you align yourself with the flow of life, with the rhythm of healing, with the truth of your own radiant being. So let's say it again together, as a prayer, as a blessing, as a promise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right here, with the words we so often forget to say to ourselves, not because they are hard to say, but because they hold such immense power. Thank you, me, I love you. Let that land for a moment. Let it echo. Let it soften the spaces within you that have felt unseen. These are not just words. These are soul medicine. This is a homecoming. You see, so many of us go our whole lives seeking gratitude from others, yearning for acknowledgement, for appreciation, for someone else to say, I see you. I see how hard you're trying. But the truth is, the most transformative words are the ones we say to ourselves. When we look in the mirror, not with judgment, not with criticism, but with deep, abiding love, and whisper, thank you for staying. That moment changes everything. That moment heals years. Thank you for growing. Those words water the roots of your spirit. And when you say, thank you for not giving up on me, you are not just healing your present, you are healing your past. You are blessing every version of you that has ever felt forgotten. I want you to know, with every fiber of your being, that you have never been a mistake. Not your choices, not your stumbles, not your fears. Everything you've lived through, every tear you've cried, every night you doubted your worth has brought you here. And here is sacred. Here is where healing begins. I always reminded you, you've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. That is not just a quote. That is an invitation. An invitation to finally choose kindness. Not just for the world. For you. Because when you turn your love inward, everything changes outward. Think of your life like a garden. Some parts have bloomed, some have wilted, some are still waiting for sun. But all of it matters. Every inch of it belongs. And your job is not to rip out what's imperfect. Your job is to tend, to love, to thank. Thank you, wounds, for reminding me where I need care. Thank you, scars, for showing me where I've been brave. Thank you, heart, for opening, even after you've been broken. I see so many beautiful souls trying so hard to be better, to do better, to prove their worth. And I want to wrap my arms around each of them and whisper, you don't have to earn your right to love yourself. You already are worthy. You already are enough. That includes you, yes, you, the you reading this, the you hiding behind a smile, the you who wonders if you've done enough. Let me remind you, you are doing your best, and your best is always, always enough, even when it's messy, even when it's slow, even when it doesn't look like progress. I've said it before, and I will say it again. The universe loves you exactly as you are. So tonight I invite you to say thank you, not just for what you've overcome, but for who you've become. Thank you for the quiet courage. Thank you for the unseen effort. Thank you for the gentleness you've given others, even when you didn't receive it back. Thank you, me. I love you. Say it again. Say it like you mean it. Say it until the part of you that feels unlovable begins to soften. Say it until the shame melts. Say it until you believe it. Say it until your body relaxes into your own affection. Because when you speak to yourself with love, you are rewiring every fiber of your being for wholeness. Darling, you are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your perfectionism. You are a soul who came here to remember one truth. I am love, and I am loved. Everything else is just a story we learned, and stories can be rewritten. So let this be the new story. Let this be the new script your mind rehearses. I thank myself. I trust myself. I celebrate myself. There is no greater freedom than becoming your own safe place. What if something as simple as saying thank you could change everything? What if gratitude wasn't just a fleeting emotion, but a powerful spiritual practice? A daily ritual that rewires your heart and realigns your life. I want you to let that question settle in your chest, like a warm cup of tea held close. I want you to feel the truth in this moment. Gratitude is not about pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing to see the beauty in the midst of it all. Gratitude is a practice. Gratitude is a decision. Gratitude is a muscle. And just like any other, it grows stronger the more we use it. You don't need a special journal or a perfect setting. You don't even need an hour of silence. All you need is a willingness to notice, to pause, to whisper softly to yourself, thank you, thank you, thank you. I often say, what we give out, we get back. And gratitude is one of the clearest examples of this sacred law. When you send out appreciation, the universe responds. When you focus on what is working, more things begin to work. When you affirm what you love expands. This is not magic. This is alignment. This is energy meeting energy. This is you becoming a vibrational match to peace, to joy, to grace. So tonight, I invite you to make this a ritual. Each night, write down 3 things you are grateful for. It doesn't have to be big. It can be your breath, your bed, a kind glance, a moment of courage you had today. As you write, don't rush. Let your body feel the gratitude. Let your eyes soften. Let your heart open. Let your nervous system relax into the safety of enoughness. And in the morning, before your feet even touch the ground, whisper one word. Thank you. Just thank you. No explanation needed. No dramatic gesture. Just a sacred whisper to life itself. You might begin to notice something. Your days begin to feel lighter. Your mind starts to resist less. Your body starts to soften more. Gratitude doesn't erase the hard things, but it does hold them differently. It makes space. It reminds you that even in chaos, there is something to return to, something stable, something kind. I want you to imagine your life as a canvas, and each thank you is a stroke of golden light across it. Every thank you brings you back to center. Every thank you calls your spirit home. Send gratitude silently to others, to the stranger who held the door, to the barista who smiled, even to those who triggered you. Yes, them too, because they are teaching you something. They are sharpening your truth. They are refining your boundaries. And so we say, thank you. Not always because it feels easy, but because it sets us free. Gratitude liberates. Gratitude heals. Gratitude says, I see the good. I trust the process. I choose peace. My friend, make this promise. I will make gratitude a way of being, not just a moment. I will let it breathe through me. I will let it guide me. I will let it shape how I wake, how I speak, how I live. Because gratitude, my love, is one of the purest forms of self-love. It says, I am here, I am blessed, I am aware. And when you carry that awareness with you, life becomes less about chasing what you lack and more about celebrating what you already hold. Let this be the beginning. Let this be the practice that never ends. Let this be your new breath, your quiet anchor, your sacred ritual. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, as this moment draws to a close, I invite you to hold one final thought. One final, simple, sacred practice that could shift your entire energy. Repeat your thank yous. Whisper them into the silence. Think them with your breath. Let them rise like soft prayers into the universe. Because what you thank expands. What you bless blossoms. What you honor honors you back. So say it with me now, gently, lovingly, reverently. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for my body. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for the chance to try again. Thank you for this life, exactly as it is. Say it again, not because life is perfect, but because gratitude creates the space for miracles. You might think you need to do more to deserve more, but my dear, gratitude is the doorway to abundance. When you say thank you, you signal to the universe that you are open. You signal that you are ready. You align yourself with joy. You match the vibration of peace. And the universe responds not with resistance, but with overflowing generosity. So here's your invitation. For the next 7 nights, return to this space. Let your final thoughts before sleep be words of thanks, not just to the world, but to yourself, to your heart, to your courage. Say thank you for the pain that shaped you. Say thank you for the love you are learning to receive. Say thank you for becoming. And as you do, imagine your energy shifting, your path softening, your dreams aligning, because they are. Every thank you you offer is like a light in the dark, and one by one you are lighting the way home to yourself. I am grateful. I am open. I am ready. I am enough. Good night, beloved. You are wrapped in love. The universe is listening. Let your thank you be the beginning of everything beautiful.